Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to use simple probability to make a prediction. So, a prediction is an estimate or a guess of what you think might happen. But if you were to actually do the experiment, you might get different results. It's just what we think could happen. So, we're going to start this off like we did with simple probability. So, it says that our spinner has 8 congruent sections. The spinner will be spun 120 times. What is a reasonable prediction for the number of times the spinner will land on the letter E? So anytime I see this word prediction, that is my clue that we're setting up a proportion. And we're going to label this proportion the same way we labeled the probabilities. We were going to put what we want to happen on top. So we want it to land on the letter E, and we will always put the total down on the bottom. Okay. So first we're going to start with the probability of landing on an E. We're going to look at the picture and see how many E's are there. 1, 2, 3. So that's the top number. Out of how many total sections? There are 8. So that's the simple probability. So now we're going to use this to make a prediction. I don't want to sit here and spin this spinner 120 times to see how many times it'll land on the letter E. I'm going to use my proportion to estimate a good prediction for that. So you just have to be careful with this last number. Make sure you're putting it in the right place. The spinner is spun 120 times. So does that mean it's going to land on the letter E 120 times? Or is that your total? That is your total. You're going to spin a total of 120 times, and our goal is to figure out approximately how many times would it land on the E. So we've talked about many different ways to solve this. I'm just going to cross multiply and divide on this one. So 120 times 3 is 360. 360 divided by 8 is 45. So we would predict that it would land on the letter E 45 times. Now, if I actually sat here and spun this 120 times, I probably wouldn't get the letter E 45 times. This is just a prediction.